Hey Geekly, Kikai Wafra here, and today, pull up a stool, because we've got a big one to unpack. We are diving back into the toy box, but this time, the plastic smells a little bit like desperation and burnt circuits. Today's topic is the behemoth that is Toy Story 5. We finally have some concrete details, thanks to an exclusive interview with Empire Magazine, and it is something. So here's the lowdown. Pixar legend Andrew Stanton, the guy who gave us Finding Nemo and WALL-E, is directing this 5th installment, which is hitting theaters in the summer of 2026. And the central hook? It is exactly what you think it is. The plot is tackling the existential problem that kids today do not play with toys anymore because they are glued to electronics. The new villain isn't a huggable bear or prospector. It is an army of tablets, specifically a frog-themed tablet character called Lilypad. Now, let's play devil's advocate for a second here. On paper, if anyone can pull this off, it is Andrew Stanton. The man directed WALL-E, which is arguably one of the best critiques of consumerism and screen addiction ever put to film. So giving him the keys to Toy Story to explore how technology impacts childhood, that is genuinely smart. It's a real conversation. Every parent I know is fighting that battle right now. Stan says they aren't trying to make tech the villain, per se, but rather explore the nuance of it. Plus, they're introducing something called a multi-buzz, which sounds like a glitching army of Buzz Lightyears realizing the nature of their existence. That sounds chaotic and fun, and honestly seeing Pixar tackle a modern relevant issue instead of just rehashing a lost toy plotline again shows at least a spark of ambition. But it is when I sat down and really thought about the irony here that I started to get a headache, because here's where we have to cut through the nostalgia and look at the corporate machine. First off, let's talk about the hypocrisy. We have Disney, the company that owns Pixar, literally lecturing us about how nobody plays with toys anymore because of screens? Really? Disney, the company that launched Disney Plus to keep us glued to screens 24/7, the company that pumps out mobile games with microtransactions faster than they print t-shirts. It feels a little rich to have a 2-hour movie, which, by the way, most kids will eventually watch on an iPad, wagging its finger at tablets. It's like a candy manufacturer making a documentary about how sugar is bad for your teeth while selling you a chocolate bar in the lobby. And then there's the justification for the sequel itself. Stan says that Toy Story 3 was just the end of the Andy years and that the world does not stay frozen in amber. Look, I respect the guy, but that sounds like corporate lawyer speak for we need to keep the stock price up. Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending. Toy Story 4 was a beautiful epilogue. At what point does exploring the evolving nature of childhood just become, we are terrified of launching a new intellectual property, so let's drag Woody out of retirement again? And let's not ignore the merchandise angle. They're making a movie about how kids don't buy physical toys, which will undoubtedly launch a massive wave of physical Toy Story 5 toys, including this new multi-buzz figure and probably a plushie of the evil tablet. It feels cynical, Geekly. It feels like they are commercializing the death of imagination to sell us the solution in a plastic blister pack. Anyway, the full interview is linked in the description. Go give it a read. So, Geekly, you're the judge. Is Andrew Stanton's take on toys versus tech a brave, necessary evolution for the franchise that reflects our modern reality? Or, as I suspect, is this just a meta-marketing ploy to guilt trip us into buying more plastic while keeping the Disney Plus subscription active? Let me know what you think in the comments. And that is the bottom line on this lazy Pixar pivot. If you agree this plot sounds absolutely exhausted, smash that like button, subscribe, and sound off in the comments. Tell me, are we totally burnt out on Woody yet? If you want to fuel my next rant, the Buy Me a Coffee link is right down there. Also, quick poll for the next backdrop. Should I go full Andy's room wallpaper or the creeping dread of the Sunnyside daycare incinerator? Let me know. I will catch you in the next deep dive. This was Kikai Wafra for NewsGeekly.